Hello everyone, welcome to Narayana online classes. In today's session, let us start a new topic, that is a 3D coordinate geometry. So before entering the topic, let us discuss some basics, okay, and we will do the problems on formulas, basic level, right? So let's get started. So our topic is 3D. So first let us see 3D coordinates system. 3D coordinate system, okay, 3D coordinate system. So here till now we have learned 2D system, means we deal with two axes, x and y axis. One is a horizontal, another is a vertical. Now here, so we have a 3 axis, 3 mutually perpendicular lines. 3 mutually perpendicular lines means lines must be in the space, not on the plane, right? So consider 3 mutually perpendicular lines. Consider 3 mutually perpendicular lines. So 1, 2, another one perpendicular. It will be like this. It will be like this. Okay. But anyhow, we are drawing on the plane. No, we are drawing on the plane. So say this one as a third perpendicular one. Their point of intersection is origin. Say x-axis, xo, x dash. So this one yo, y dash down. Say this one is a z-axis. So 3 mutually perpendicular lines in the space called x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, or simply you can say coordinate axis, and their point of intersection is the origin, right? Now here you see we have 3 planes, xy plane, yz plane, zx plane. We have 3 planes, xy, yz and zx, right? So these 3 planes again divides the entire space into equal 8 parts. The planes divide the entire space into equal 8 parts called octants. Means like in 2D geometry, we have 4 quadrants. We have 4 quadrants. Now we have 8 octants. 8 octants means it will be like this. So one horizontal, one vertical, another one perpendicular to these two. So in upwards we have 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Downward we have 4 total. So 8 octants will be there. So using these 8 octants, we can locate any point exactly in the space. Okay. Now see here. See. So these are the coordinate axes. These are the coordinate axes. So just now I said we have 3 planes, xy, yz, zx. Then how to locate the point? How to locate the point? In 2D it was simple. See how to locate the point. You do one thing, you draw a cube or cuboid, cube or cuboid. See here, if you construct a cube, so here I am constructing a cube. Okay, see here, say this point say some p x y z. This point say some p x y z. Okay, this point say some p x y z. P x y z. See here how we are defining the coordinates. How we are defining the coordinates means to define the coordinates. So here it is nothing but, so we need to travel along the axis. Along the axis. First I am traveling along the axis, x-axis. This point say some a. Okay. So this is my starting point. This is my starting point. So from here I started traveling along the x-axis. How many units? So here from here to here I have traveled x units. This is x. After reaching a, so I am traveling toward along the y-axis. Along the y-axis means nothing but parallel to y-axis. Now I am moving in this direction. In this direction. So this point say some b. First from O to A, how many units? X units. Then I am traveling along y-axis, means move in this direction. So after moving y units, so this length is y units. This length is y units. Then I have reached B. Then what is our destination? P is our destination. So we need to reach P. Then I need to travel from B to P. B to P. First O to A, then A to B, then B to P. So this length will be how much? Z. Means this is a parallel to z axis. See here, it is parallel to z axis. So first along x axis x units, along y axis y units, along z axis z units. Okay, then coordinates of P are x, y, z, means OA length is x, OA length is x, AB length will be y, so PB length will be z, meaning of that one. So location of point in 3D. Okay, along x axis, along y axis, along z axis, right? Is that clear? Yeah, how to locate the point. Next, so here you need to visualize, because we are drawing the 3D image, 3D cube, 3D graph on 2D plane. Okay na? So you need to visualize, So you observe here, so if the point lies on x axis, same as a 2D, if the point lies on x axis, so this will be y0, z0. If the point lies on y axis, x0, z0. If the point lies on z axis, x0, y0. Next, if the point lies on xy plane, then z will be 0. If the point lies on, see, first point lies on axis. Is that clear? Second point, so point lies on planes. If the point lies on xy plane, then z will be 0. If the point lies on yz plane, x will be 0. If the point lies on xz plane, then y will be 0. Okay, first point lies on x axis, y axis, z axis, then xy plane, yz plane, zx plane. So 3 planes, 3 coordinate axes, right? Then see here, now let us go through the simple formulae. What are the formulas? Formulae same as a 2D. So first number 1. So distance formula. So distance between 2 points, A x1 y1 z1 and B x2 y2 z2. So is AB equals to root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Distance of P from origin, you see here, distance of P from origin, x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square plus z minus 0 whole square. So distance from origin, OP equals to root under, so x square plus y square plus z square. Now here, now number 3, so distance to coordinate planes. So distances, okay na? So distance of Pxyz, so to xy plane. You look at the diagram, see, look at the diagram. So this is xy plane. So are visualizing our board is xy plane. So you observe P, this is a P point. So P comes outside, okay na? P comes outside, no? So distance from P to xy plane means what? This length. Are you observing the diagram? So distance from, this is a P, this is xy plane. So P to xy plane is how much? Mod z. Distance is always positive. So distance to xy plane is a mod of z. Similarly, if you take yz plane, so what is the distance? This distance, it is nothing but x. So similarly, so distance to, so yz plane equal to mod x. So xy, then xz plane equal to mod y. Then next xy plane mod z, yz plane mod x, xz plane mod y. Then so distances to coordinate axis, then distance of Pxyz to x-axis, you see here. So distance from P to x-axis, so distance from P to x-axis means this length, right? Distance from P to x-axis. So you see this angle is 90. Are you visualizing? This angle is 90. I think it is a little bit tough, no? So this angle is 90. How it is 90? You see, distance from P to distance from P to y axis, this length. Now this angle also 90. How it is 90? You see, so this is a surface, means this is a horizontal one, this is a vertical one. Okay na? This is a vertical, this is surface. So definitely this angle will be 90. In the same manner, this will be 90. This will be 90. Means so if you see, this point is how much? X0, 0. So PA length will be how much? So PA length will be x minus x. Okay na? 0. So y minus 0. Y square plus z square. So distance to x axis is a root under y square plus z square. Root under y square plus z square. Then next, similarly distance to y axis in the same manner. This point will be 0, y 0, 0, y 0, x square, y becomes 0, z square. So root under, so x square plus z square. Similarly distance to z axis root over x square plus y square. So here distance formula between 2 points, distance from origin, so distance from distances to coordinate planes, distances to the coordinate axis, right? So these are the basic thing. After this we have a section formula. So same as a 2D, section formula same as a 2D, okay na? So if a point is dividing, so next number 2, section formula. If a x1 y1, a x1 y1 z1 and b x2 y2 z2 is a line segment. So if p is dividing in some ratio m is to n, then p coordinates will be, so what is the formula? Same as a 2D. So mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. So here we have a z coordinate extra. So mz2 plus nz1 upon m plus n. So for internal division, for external division we have a minus symbol, minus. So it is for internal division. So for external division, mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, similarly minus n, means here we have z coordinate extra, same as a 2D. So this one is a addition to that one, okay, 3D. So internal division plus external minus. Then what about trisection point? So trisection points, so 1:2 or 2:1 ratio. Trisection, it is dividing into 3, trisection dividing into 3 parts. So ratio is a 1:2 or 2:1. So trisection point, midpoint 1:1 ratio, means x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, z1 plus z2 by 2. Now here you see, so if p is dividing, this is a formula to find the point. Now if p coordinates are given, then here I need to find the ratio. So we have one easy formula. So m is to n equals to first one minus second one, x1 minus x upon second minus third, x minus x2. Formula to find the ratio. You can take x coordinates or you can take y coordinates, y1 minus y by y minus y2, z1 minus z by z minus z2. Okay, so these are the basic things. In today's session we will do some very simple problems on these formulas only, so that you have an idea regarding 3D coordinate basic concepts, right? So let's go to the problems. Number 1, here the point equidistant from the points a 0 0, means one lies on x axis, one lies on y axis, one lies on z axis, okay, and the origin. So we have to find the point which is equidistant from these points. So I am assuming a x y z be the equidistant from this one, and one more point is there, origin also, tetrahedron, means from these 4 points one point is equidistant, okay na. Say, means here let the point is O na. So we have a PA equals to, so PB equal to PC equal to PO, right? If P x y z is the required point, means it is equidistant to these 4 points. Then what we have the condition? Condition is a PA equals to PB equals to PC equals to PA. Now you can take this one first. So PA equal to OP, squaring on both sides. Distance formula OP square x square plus y square plus z square. Then distance from P and A, x2 minus x1 whole square, x minus a whole square plus y square plus z square. Then on simplifying we get x value half a by 2. Sorry. Similarly, if you take this one, OP equals to PB, you get b by 2. So OP equal to PC, you get c by 2. Means applying this one. So 3 times. So we have a x coordinate as a by 2. So y coordinate as a b by 2 and z coordinate as a c by 2. First OP equal to PA, we got x coordinate. OP equal to PB, y coordinate. OP equal to PC, z coordinates. Right? Very simple one. Next one. The distance of the point 1, 2, 3 from the x-axis. Just now I said. So distance from x-axis is what? Root under y square plus z square. So here given point. So given point, say some p x y z equals to 1, 2, 3. So therefore, so distance from x-axis. So distance from x-axis equals to root under, so y square plus z square, that is root under, so 2 square plus 3 square, so 9 plus 4, 13. Direct application, distance from x-axis, root under y square plus z square, okay na? That is 13 units, root 13 units. Next one. Here, if the vertices of a triangle A 320, B 532, C minus 9, 6, minus 3, the internal bisector of angle A meets the side BC in D, then coordinates of D. So here we have one property. So property is so if the triangle is ABC triangle, say if the triangle is ABC, so internal bisector of angle A means if you divide, this is the internal bisector, then it meets internal bisector of angle A, okay na? Internal bisector of angle A, so meets the BC, say some D, that is given, no? Meets BC in D, then we have to find the coordinates of D. So here A coordinates are given 320, B coordinates are given, so 532, C coordinates are given minus 9, 6, minus 3. Then we have to find the D coordinates. To find the D coordinates, ratio is required. So we have the formula. So angular bisector theorem. What it says? So internal bisector of A means if it meets the BC at D, then BD by DC equal to AB by AC. Okay na? That's what he had taken. So BD by BC means this ratio is Amistian. So this will be 3, this will be 13. You find the distance. AB distance will be 3 units. So AC will be, this will be 3 units, this will be 13 units. Then this ratio become 3:13. This is by angular bisector theorem. Now after finding the ratio, we can find D coordinates, section formula. Therefore D equals to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n, then mz2 plus nz1 upon m plus n. If you apply the values, we get this is mx2 3 into minus 9 plus nx1 13 into 3, 13 into mx2, 13 into 5. Then next 3 into 6 plus 13 into 3 by m plus n, 13 plus 3. So that is a 38 by 16, 57 by 16, 17 by 16. Here you need to remember this one. BD by DC equals to AB by AC. Okay? Next one. Here nothing is there. ABC are collinear points. B is given, C is given, and AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC means you consider 3 collinear points so that AB equal to AC. AB equal to AC Then so here AB equal to AC means A definitely somewhere here. AB equal to AC, this length equal to this length. Obviously A must be the midpoint, right? So therefore A is the midpoint. Apply the formula x1 plus x2 by 2. So x1 plus x2 by 2, 3 minus 1 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, 4 plus 6 by 2, so 5 plus 1 by 2, 5 plus 1 by 2, A coordinates. So 1, 5, 3, right? Next one. So here 3 points are collinear, then we have to find the value of K and we have to find the value of L. Just now I said, see, if 3 points are collinear, 3 points are collinear, see here he has taken x, x1, x2, he has taken x, x1, x2, okay, means say A, x, y, z, x1, y1, z1, so B, x2, y2, z2, B, x2, y2, z2, so C, x3, y3, z3, x3, y3, z3. So here what I said, ratio by B, so first minus second by second minus third, means x1 minus x2 upon x2 minus x3 equal to same y1 minus y2 upon y2 minus y3, then z1 minus z2 upon z2 minus z3, z2 minus z3. Apply here, you see this is the condition for the points to be collinear, otherwise you can take det is equal to 0. See, so first minus second, k minus 1, okay, by 1 minus 7 or 7 minus 1, he has taken minus common, okay. Next, so 1 minus 0 by 0 minus half minus plus 2, you can take minus common throughout the equation. So by equating first one, this one, equating these two, we get k value as minus 2, am I right? So k minus 1 equal to minus 6 by 2, k minus 1 equal to minus 6 by 2, so k minus 1 is equal to minus 3, so k is equal to minus 2. If you equate these two, we get L value as a minus 1, so k value minus 2, L value minus 1. What is the formula? If the points are collinear, you can take this formula, first minus second by second minus third, similarly y coordinate and z coordinate, okay, y coordinate and z coordinate. Okay, next one. The line passing through the points A 5,1A and B 3B1 crosses the YZ plane at the point 0, 17 by 2, minus 13 by 2, then the values of AB. So here we have one formula. Say if this is a line segment, say this is a plane, consider a plane, consider a plane, any plane, maybe coordinate plane, xy plane or yz plane or zx plane. This is a plane, okay, this is a plane. Now this plane divides the line segment, so this is a line segment joining the points A, x1, y1, z1, A, x1, y1, z1, so this one is a B, x2, y2, z2. So this plane is dividing the line segment in some ratio, m is to, it is dividing, no, in m is to n ratio. So if this plane is xy plane, so xy plane divides in the ratio m by n equals to xy plane minus z1 by z2, So if it is a xz plane, then ratio will be minus y1 by y2. Then yz plane, then ratio will be minus x1 by x2. This is the formula if the coordinate planes divides the line segment joining the points A, x1, y1, z1 and B, x2, y2, z2. So xy plane divides in minus z1 is to z2 ratio. Similarly xz in minus y1 is to y2 and yz in minus x1 is to x2 ratio. Now come to the problem. So here what is given? It is a yz plane is dividing, so ratio must be minus x1 by x2. If you take m is to n, equal to minus 5:3. So here in this problem, so we have a, so m is to n is equal to minus x1 is to x2, x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, means minus 5:3. So ratio is negative. Ratio is negative means it is a symbol for external division. Symbol for external division. So therefore point will be what? So therefore point equals to mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n. So m y2 minus n y1 by m minus n. So m z2 minus n z1 by m minus n. If you apply m value, be careful, m value is not minus 5. Instead of this minus, I have taken minus here. Okay, I repeat once again. Instead of this minus symbol, I have taken minus in the formula. So do not substitute m is equal to minus 5 again. Here m value is a 5 only. So mx2 minus nx1. Therefore point equals to m value 5. So here x1 y1 z1, x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, mx2. So m value 5. X2 value how much? 3. So mx2 minus nx1, n value 3 into 5 by m minus n, so 5 minus 3, so this will be 0. See at this point. Similarly, y coordinate is this one. Y coordinate is a, so m y2, so 5 into how much? So m y2, so m is equal to how much? 5. So 5b m y2, so minus n y1, so n value how much? 3. So 3 into 1, 3. So here what he has taken? He has taken m is equal to minus 5. That's why in the formula plus symbol. You can take like this. Otherwise, if you take in the formula negative, here m value must be 5. So by m minus n is how much? So 2, 5 minus 3, that equals to, then next similarly mz2 means 5 into 1 5 minus, so 3a, okay na? So 5 minus 3a upon 2. So if you take 0, if you take minus common, if you take multiply by minus, okay na? So it is a 5b. If you take minus common, it will be how much? So 5b minus 3 by 2. If you take a minus common, 5 minus 3a by 2, equating x coordinate. But what is given? According to hypothesis, this one is the point. Equating x coordinate, one get thing. Equating y coordinate, we get b value. Equating z coordinate, we get a value. Equate y coordinates and equate z coordinates, we get a and b value. Here observe one thing. So you can take, if you take m value as minus 5, in the formula it should be plus. If you take in the formula, if you take for the external division, then m value is 5 only. Okay? Right. Next one. The ratio in which the line joining the points A and B is divided by xy plane, the point of intersection. So you can find the point by using the section formula like this, and in the xy plane what will be 0? So z will be 0. Okay na? So here what they did? So they find the point of intersection by taking the ratio as lambda is to 1. So this is a z coordinate in xy plane. In xy plane z will be 0. So that will be lambda equal to minus 2 means so lambda equal to ratio will be what? Minus 2 is to 1 means it is dividing externally. Otherwise we have direct formula. So what is the formula? So xy plane. So m by n is equal to minus z1 by z2 minus z1 by z2 minus z1 by z2. So minus z1 by z2, that implies m by n, m is to n equals to, so m by n equals to minus z1 means minus 8 by 4, that is equal to minus 2 is to 1. Okay na? So m is to n equal to minus 2 is to 1. So it represent external division. Therefore, so point we have to find the point now. We have to find the divided by x in the point of intersection. We have to find the ratio only. The ratio in which is divided with the plane. Okay. So here ratio is a 2 is to 1. If you want to find the points, then point of intersection will be so mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n. So my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. So mz2 minus nz1 by m minus n. Since it is dividing externally, here ratio is what? 2 is to 1. Apply the value. We get as a 13 minus 16 0. This will be so 13 minus 16 0. Okay. Next one. Here midpoints of the sides are given. We have to find the vertex A. We have to find the vertex A. Means here you see one short method is there. Short method is if these are the vertices, and the midpoints of BC. So midpoint of BC is what? Midpoint of BC is D. This point is D. Midpoint of CA. Midpoint of CA is what? E. And midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB is F. F. Here F coordinates are 1 minus 3 1 and E coordinates are 2 minus 1 3 and D coordinates are 0 1 2. So we have to find the vertex A. So what is the general procedure? So let A x1 y1 z1, B x2 y2 z2, C x3 y3 z3 are the vertices. Then what is the midpoint for AB? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, z1 plus z2 by 2 equal to 1 minus 3 1. We get 3 equations. Similarly here this is the midpoint. Then so solving those equations we get the value of x1 y1 z1. It will be lengthy. Short method is what? So to find the A coordinates, add either side and subtract opposite one. If you want to find the A coordinates, so what I am saying, add either side F plus E. Opposite one is what? D. So therefore A equal to adding either side F plus E, opposite is D. Means so first let us take x coordinates 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2, opposite is what? 0, minus 0. Is that clear? Then y coordinates, so minus 3, minus 1, opposite is 1. Then z coordinates, so 1 plus 3, minus 2. Therefore, A coordinates will be, so 3, minus 5, 4 minus 2, 2. 3 minus 5, 2. Easy method. If you want to find the B coordinates, add either side F plus D minus E. Then if you want to find C coordinates, D plus E minus F. Right? So remember this short method, useful one. Next perimeter, nothing but we have to find the lengths, no? Perimeter of the triangle. Say this one is A, this one is B, this one is C. So if the triangle is ABC, so we have to find the 3 lengths. So perimeter P equals to AB plus BC plus CA. What about AB value? So 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1 square, 1 square. So again 1 minus 0, 1 square. So AB will be root 2. Okay na? Then BC also 0 0, 1 minus 0, 1, 0 minus. So BC also root 2. Then AC 0 minus 1, 1 square 1, 0, again root 2 only, no? AC 1, 0, 1. So therefore perimeter equals to root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. So 3 root 2. Okay na? So perimeter equals to 3 root 2. Very, very simple one. So find the distance and add the sides. Next one. So here if the extremities of a diagonal of a square are 1 minus 2 3, 2 minus 3 5, then the length of its side, see here. Say this is a square, this one is a square. Say A, B, C, D is the square. Now extremities of a one diagonal is given, means let's select it is the ends of AC. So A coordinates are 1, minus 2, 3, and C coordinates are so 2, minus 3, 5. 2, minus 3, 5, right? So we have to find the length of its side. Very simple one. Let this is equal to some d. This will be x. It is also x. X square plus x square. So 2x square equal to d square. What we have to find? Length of the side. X is required. So x square equal to d square by 2. D square by 2. Or x is equal to d by root 2. X is equal to d by root 2. Here find the d. Length of diagonal. Therefore d is equal, x is equal to, so 1 by root 2 into what is the d value? So root under x2 minus x1 whole square, 2 minus 1, 1 square 1 plus minus 3 minus half minus plus 2, 1 square 1, so plus 5 minus 3, so 2 square 4. That implies so it is a root 6 by root 2, that equals to root 3. So length of the side will be root 3, option 2. Okay, second option. Here side will be d by root 2. Next one, if P coordinates are given, Q coordinates are given, R, S, 4 points in the space, then we have to find the nearest from origin. Again nearest means let us find 4 lengths, whichever is the less length, that will be the required point, right? So therefore here origin is from the origin, no? We have to find the from origin. So O equals to 0, 0, 0. First find the length of OP. Length of OP, root under x square plus y square plus z square. So 0 plus 25 plus 36. How much? 5, 6 plus 5, 11, 1 carry. So it is a 61. Am I right? So 5 plus 6, 11. 1 carry, 4 plus 2, 6. Next OQ, x square plus y square plus z square, 1 plus 16 plus 49. Okay, now second one. So it is a 50 plus, so this will be, so 66. Okay. Next OR length will be root under, so 4 plus 9 plus 49. So 49 plus 4, 53. 53 plus 9, so 53, 62. Then next OS length, it is a 36, so it is a 25. This will be 256. Obviously, it is a more than these three. So what is the lowest one? Root 61 is the lowest one. Means P is the nearest point. So we need the nearest, no? So lowest distance is root 61 among these 4. Therefore, so P point is the nearest to the origin. Next one. The coordinates of a point on y-axis which are at a distance of 5 root 2 from the point 3 minus 2, 5. Means we have to find the point on y-axis. We know point on y-axis means x0, y0, x0, y0, right? So let the required point equal to say some P on y-axis x0, z0, x0, z0, 0, y0. So we have to find the y value. So to find the y value, what is given? Say already P is given, no? Say this point say some R. This point say some R. Okay? So given point. So given point is what? So given point is so P 3 minus 2, 5. Then distance between these two is given as a 5 root 2. So we have so PR equals to 5 root 2. 5 root 2. That implies a root under 3 minus 0 whole square, 9 plus it is a y minus half minus y plus 2 whole square. Y plus 2 whole square. So this will be 25. So 25 into 2. So this will be, so not squaring, no? Keep it same. P root 2, that will be 5 root 2 only. Okay. Now squaring on both sides. So squaring on both sides. that implies a y plus 2 whole square, y plus 2 whole square equal to, this will be how much? 9 plus 25, that is a 50, no? 25 to is a 50 minus 25 minus 9. So y plus 2 whole square equals to how much? So 25 minus 9, so 16. So y plus 2 equals to, so plus minus 4. So if you take plus 4, y plus 2 equal to 4, y equals to 2. So y plus 2 equal to minus 4, y equal to minus 6. So required pointer 0 2 0, right? One is a 0 2 0, second one is a 0 minus 6 0. Which one? I think second option, no? Second option. Okay. Second option 0 2 0 0 2 0 0 minus 6 0. Next one. The point on y axis, again same. If P is equidistant from these 2 points, then we have to find the y coordinates of P. Y coordinates of P. Y coordinates of P. So let's, so P equals to, so P equal to 0 y 0, 0 y 0, and given points. So given points are what? A equals to 1 2 3 and B equals to, so 2 3 4, 2 3 4. So what is the given condition? Equidistant. P is equidistant from these 2. So we have a PA equals to PB. So PA equals to PB, squaring on both sides, that implies a PA square equals to PB square, PA square equal to PB square. So PA square, x minus 0 minus 1 whole square, so 1 plus y minus 2 whole square, y minus 2 whole square plus 9 equal to PB square. So 4, 2 square 4, this will be y minus 3 whole square, y minus 3 whole square plus 16. Simplify this one, this will be 20, this is a 10, take other side. So y square minus 4y plus 4 equal to y square minus 6y plus 9 plus 10, no? 16 plus 4, 20 minus 10, 10. That implies y square cancel out. So this will be 2y equals to, 2y equal to how much? So this is a 19, so 19 minus 4, that is a 15, okay? 19 minus 4, 15, so y value, so 15 by 2, 7.5. So 2 7s are 1 carry, 2 5s are, so 7.50, 7.50, okay? Again just a question is based on the distance formula, right? Next one. Here h comma k are the perpendicular distances from 1 comma t through 1 2 3 to x axis and z axis respectively. Again formula. So here given point is what? Given point is what? So given point, say some p x y z, p x y z equals to 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Then perpendicular distance from this point to x axis is nothing but a distance from P to x axis is given as what? H, okay na? So therefore h is equal to distance to x axis. Distance to x axis is what? Root under y square plus z square. So root under y square plus z square. So 4 plus 9, that equal to root 13. Now k value, k is what? So distance to z axis. Z axis means so root under x square plus y square. Distance to z axis, root under x square plus y square. So it is a 1 plus 4, that equal to root 5. Now what is required? H into k is required. H into k, so root 13 into root 5, root 65. Option 4. Okay na? So sixth one, option 4. Just application of the formula, right? Next one. The distance of a point from point Pxyz from its image in xy plane. Means what I said, distance from P to xy plane. So distance, so from P to xy plane. Xy plane is what? Mod of z. Okay na? Now, so its image will be on the rear side. Okay na? If this is a P, this is xy plane. This length is, if this is P, this is xy plane. This length is z. Its image will be on the rear side here. This length also z. So z plus z. How much? It will be 2z. Therefore, so required length is what? 2z. Therefore, required length is equal to distance from P to its image will be twice of a mod z. Okay na? Twice of a mod z. The points are collinear or isosceles triangle or a right angle triangle or equilateral triangle. We have to identify the which type of triangle it is. So find the lengths, okay, so that we can identify. Say this point equal to say some A, this one is B, this one is C. So therefore, first let us find the AB value. AB x2 minus x1 whole square. So 1 minus 2 root under 1 minus 2 minus half minus plus 3 square 9 plus. So 2 minus 3 square 1. So plus 3 minus 5. So 2 square, that equals to root 14. Root 14. Next find out another length BC. So 7 minus 1 36 plus 0 minus 2 4, then plus minus 1 minus 3. So 16. How much? So 40 56. 56 means 4 14s. So twice of root 14. Then next CA. Okay na? CA 7 minus half minus plus 2 9 square 81. Then 0 minus 3 3 square 9. Then minus 1 minus 5 minus 6 36 means 90 plus 36 126. So 14 nines. This is a 3 root 14 means you observe sum of two lengths equal to third length. So here AB plus BC equal to AC. AB plus BC equal to AC means AB plus BC equal to AC, when they must be collinear. Root 14 plus 2 root 14 equal to 3 root 14. Therefore, points are collinear. If sum of two lengths equal to third length, so definitely they must lie on the same line, means the point must be collinear. Okay? Next one. Circumradius of the triangle formed by the points 1 2 minus 3, 2 minus 3 1 and minus 3 1 2. See here circumradius. Take the triangle. Let us first identify the triangle. So what type of triangle it is? So let A coordinates 1 2 minus 3, B coordinates say some, so 2 minus 3 1, 2 minus 3 1. So C coordinates minus 3 1 2, C coordinates minus 3 1 2. So find the length of AB. Now length of AB. So 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1, 1 square 1, minus 3 minus 2, minus 5 square 25. Okay na? Then so plus 1 minus half minus plus 3 16. Okay? So find the length of AB. So here how much? So 25, 35, 42. Okay? That is a 42. Next BC. So BC length is what? So BC. So minus 3 minus 2. So 25. Then 1 minus half minus plus 3 16 1. Again same root 42. Then CA. Then CA length. So 1, these are the same, 16 plus 1 plus 5, 25 root 42. Obviously, so triangle is what? Equilateral triangle. triangle is a equilateral triangle. So here AB equal to BC equal to CA, therefore triangle is a equilateral triangle. Triangle is equilateral. In triangle equilateral, circumcircle. Okay. Now this is a circumradius. Circumcenter is a equidistant to the vertices. So here circumcenter is nothing but a centroid, because triangle is equilateral. So what is circumradius? This length is a circumradius. Therefore R is equal to what? AG. In equilateral triangle, circumcenter is equal to centroid. So therefore first find the centroid. Therefore G equals to. So therefore G equals to. So circumcenter is equal to centroid. Therefore G equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 minus 3 by 3. Then y1 plus y2 plus y3. So 2 minus 3, 2 minus 3 plus 1 by 3. Then z1 plus z2 minus 3 plus 1 plus 2 by 3. Okay. So this will be 0. This will be 0. This also 0. So 0. This is also 0. So centroid is a 0, 0, 0. Therefore circumradius R. Therefore circumradius R is equal to AG. R equal to AG. Therefore R equal to distance between A and G. So x square plus y square plus z square 9, that equals to root 14. So circumradius equals to root 14. If L and M are the feet of perpendiculars from 2, 4, 5 to the xy plane and yz plane respectively, then the distance of LM. See here, see in the beginning of the class I said, say these are the coordinate axes xyz, xyz. You construct a cuboid or cube, construct a cube. If this is a cube, okay, see here, this is a cube. This point is say some P 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. This point is P 2, 4, 5. Now xy plane, this is xy plane. So this point is given as what? This point is given as a L. Okay na? L, M are feet of perpendiculars, means foot of perpendicular from P to xy plane. This one is L. This one is L. Now tell me, what are the coordinates of L? So this length is a 2 units. Okay na? This length is a 5. This will be 5, no? So this is a 4. These are 2. These are 4. These are 5. Now if the point goes in the reverse manner, so this length will be 0. If P comes here, what happens? So therefore L coordinates will be what? So 2, 4, 0. 2, 4, 0 means or simply point lies on xy plane, z will be 0. Why z will be 0? Because of this reason. Next another one is what? Another one. So yz plane M, yz plane M means this point M coordinates. So this length will be 0, means this x will be 0, means only we left with these two. So 0, 4, 5. Now what we have to find? We have to find the distance. So LM distance is required. This length is required. LM. Okay. So therefore, so LM equals to so 2 square 4 plus so 0 plus 5 minus 0, so 25. That is a root 29. Option 3. Okay. Root 29. Option 3. Right. See, that is these two are the foot of the perpendicular. Then they find the distance. Next one. The first point of trisection of the line segment joining the points means here line segment is given A, this is a 3 minus 1 2, 3 minus 1 2, and B 9 5 2, 9 5 2. So point of trisection ratio is what? 1:2. If P is the point of trisection, ratio must be 1:2. Therefore, P coordinates by section formula. So mx2 1 into 9 plus nx1, so 2 into 3 by m plus n 1 plus 2, then 1 into 5 plus 2 into minus 1 by 1 plus 2, then 1 into 2, then plus 2 into 2 by 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2. So therefore 9 plus therefore P equals to, so P equal to 9 plus 6, so 15 by 3, then 5 minus 2, so 3 by 3, then so that will be what? So 4 plus 2, 6 by 2, so 5 1 2, 5 1 2, second option. Okay na? Next one, for the point of trisection ratio is what? 1:2. If A230 and B212 are 2 points, if the points PQ are on the line AB such that AP equals to PQ equals to QB, then PQ, simple one, means here it is dividing into 3 equal parts. So it means you see here what is given, so they are lie on the same line AB, they are collinear, so these points lie on the same, say A, B. Now PQ are 2 points, so that AP value equals to, so this length equals to AP equal to PQ equals to QB, then we have to find the PQ. So PQ is nothing but 1/3 of AB dividing by 3. So PQ equals to, therefore PQ equals to 1/3 of AB, 1/3 of AB. Therefore PQ equals to 1 by 3 into root under AB 2 minus 2 0 plus 3 minus 1 2 square 4 plus 4, that implies a root 8 by 3. So PQ equals to root 8 by 3, or take inside, that will be root over of 8 by 9, root over of 8 by 9, option 3. Next one, if A245 and B35 minus 4 are 2 points in if the xy plane and yz plane. Okay, so first xy plane is dividing the line segment, xy plane is dividing the line segment in which ratio? In A by B ratio. YZ plane is dividing in the ratio P by Q, so we have to find A by P plus P by Q. Okay na? So first take the given points. Let A x1 y1 z1 equals to, so 2 4 5, and B x2 y2 z2 equals to, so 3 5 minus 4, 3 5 minus 4 are 2 points. If the xy plane is dividing AB in which ratio? A is to B. So therefore we have a A by B is equal to minus xy plane. What is the formula? Xy plane divides in the ratio minus z1 by z2, minus z1 by z2. So minus z1 by z2. Therefore, so means it is by xy plane, ratio by xy plane equal to minus z1 by z2, minus 5 by minus 4, that equal to 5 by 4. Now, so PQ is by yz plane, so PQ, now P by Q means with a yz plane. So yz plane means what? Minus x1 by x2, minus x1 by x2 equal to, so minus so 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3. Now what is required? Therefore A by B plus P by Q, A by B plus P by Q, A by B, so 5 by 4 minus so 2 by 3. Take the LCM, that is the required value. So 12, 5 3 is 15 minus 8, so 7 by 12, 7 by 12. Just formula with xy plane minus z1 by z2, yz plane minus x1 by x2. if zx plane divides the line segment in the ratio p is to 1, again same. So zx plane divides in which ratio? Minus y1 is to y2 ratio, minus y1 is to y2 ratio. So zx plane divides in the ratio minus y1 is to y2, but ratio is given as what? P is to 1. So that implies so p is to 1 equals to minus y1. What is minus y1? So minus of minus y2, 3. So therefore, so p by 1 is equal to 1 by 3. Now we have to find from this one p equals to 1 by 3. Therefore p plus 1. Therefore p plus 1 equals to 1 by 3 plus 1, that equal to 4 by 3. Fourth option. Okay na? Fourth option, p equal to 1 by 3. Therefore p plus 1. Right? Next one. The ratio in which xy plane divides the, again direct formula. Okay? xy plane divides in which ratio? xy plane minus z1 is to z2, x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, that equal to, so 5 is to minus 5 is to minus 4, that equal to 5 is to 4, 5 is to 4. Okay na? Ratio equal to 5 is to 4, just a formula. Next one. Here the harmonic conjugate of 2, 3, 4 with respect the points is, means here we have to find the harmonic conjugate. So what is meant by harmonic conjugate? So harmonic conjugate means, for example, if you take AB, if P divides in m is to n ratio internally, if the point P divides the line segment AB internally in the ratio m is to n, then the point which divides externally in the same ratio, means in m is to n ratio, is called harmonic conjugate of P. Vice versa, if P lies outside, then Q will be inside. Okay na? So here somewhere we have a Q. Okay? So if P divides internally, then Q divides externally in the same ratio. So Q is the harmonic conjugate of P, P is the harmonic conjugate of Q. See here. Now come to our question. Sorry. Here points A 2, 3, 4, B 3 minus 2, 2, 3 minus 2, 2. Sorry, here points are 3 minus 2, 2, no? 3 minus 2, 2. This one is a 3 minus 2, 2. Second one is what? So first one is a coordinates 3 minus 2, 2. Then this is a 6 minus 17 minus 4. Okay, this one says some A, this one B. So first to find the harmonic conjugate, so ratio is required m by n. So this point says some P equal to, let P equal to what? So 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Therefore ratio, what I said? First minus second, 3 minus 2, second minus third, so 2 minus 6. So this is a 1 by minus 4, means a minus 1 by 4, means a P is a dividing externally. P is a dividing externally. Therefore, for the harmonic conjugate, so m is to n is equal to what? 1 is to 4. Means the point which divides internally in the ratio 1 is to 4 is the required point. Therefore, Q is equal to. So means this will be, if it is Q, this is 1, this is 4. Q equal to mx2. So 1 into 6 plus nx1. So 4 into 3. So 12 by m plus n 5. Then m by 2, 1 into minus 17 then so 4 into minus 2 minus 8 by 5, then 1 into minus 4, then plus 4 into 2 8 by 5, that is a required point. Okay na? So 18 by 5, 18 by 5, this will be minus 17 minus 8, so minus 25 means minus 5, this will be what, 4 by 5 means I think fourth option. These are so harmonic conjugate. Harmonic conjugate means keep in mind, if the ratio is external, take internal, if it is internal, take external division. Next one, the orthocenter and circumcenter of a triangle are given centroid. So we have the property, what is the property? So orthocenter is given, this is orthocenter, this is a circumcenter, this is a centroid. Okay, so G divides in 2:1 ratio. So G divides in 2:1 ratio. So first what is orthocenter? This is a minus 3, 5, 2. This will be 6, 2, 5. So G divides the line segment OS in 2:1 ratio. Therefore G coordinates are, so mx2, so 12 plus nx1 minus 3 by m plus n 3, my2, so 4 plus 5 by 3, then 10 plus 2 by 3, means that equal to, so this is a 9 by 3, 3, again 9 by 3, 3, so 12 by 3, 4, so 3, 3, 4, so first option, okay na, option 1. Then last one, here remember the property, G divides in 2:1 ratio, in 2:1 ratio. Here in a right angle triangle, angle B is 90 degrees, A coordinates are given, B are given, C are given. P, S are the orthocenter, circumcenter and circumradius. Then we have to find the circumradius plus y coordinate of P, y coordinate of P. Okay, see here, right angle triangle. Here we are having B, B coordinates are, this is 90 degrees. So B coordinates are how much? 1, 4, minus 3, 1, 4, minus 3. C coordinates are minus 2, 7, minus 3, and A coordinates are, so 2, 5, 1. Now obviously, so the vertex at the right angle is what? Orthocenter. So this point is orthocenter. Orthocenter. So here what is given? So P is the orthocenter. I mean this will be P. This will be P. So what is required? Py. Therefore Py is equal to how much? Therefore Py equals to 4, y coordinates. Then next R, circumradius. So this is the diameter. This is the diameter. So midpoint is a circumcenter. So radius is a half of the diameter. Therefore R is equal to what? Half of AC. Half of AC. Therefore R is equal to half of AC. So how much? 2 plus 2, 4 square 16, plus 5 minus 7, 2 square 4, plus again 1 minus half minus plus 3, 4 square 16. So it is a 36. Okay, means what is the final value? 36. That equal to 3. R is equal to 3. Therefore, so R plus Py. So 3 plus 4, that is equal to 7. Okay, right. Thank you. See you again.